Hi, I'm Greg from American Income. I spoke to you about your benefits through your Eagles group. Is Joe here?
Yeah, he'll be in 1 second.
Okay, great. Well, I have your benefit package here for you. They have me using my laptop to save some time for quality control, so is it cool if we just sit here at your kitchen table near an outlet?
That'd be great.
Okay, do you mind if I give you the short version?
That would be wonderful.
Okay. Well, by the way, did you happen to make it to the meeting where they talked about the program?
I didn't.
Okay, well, that's actually why they have me here. First off, let me tell you exactly why I'm here and what I'm going to do. My job is to go over the no-cost benefits that have already been set up for you and review some options that you may qualify for. Now, I just need you to listen and ask any questions that you may have because they only allow me out here once during your service period. Now, you received this letter in the mail and you return the card. In the letter, it said that when you return the card, you will be contacted by someone. Well, that's me. Now, in today's world, there's not much personal service anymore, but your group thought it was very important that I come out here and handle this matter for you personally. I'm sorry it took so long, but not only did your group feel it was important, but over 20,000 unions and other groups did as well.
Okay.
Now, so you grew up around this area?
I have, born and raised.
Okay. A lot of family?
Yeah, a lot of them.
Oh man, that's great. Yeah. It's still like a pretty nice neighborhood. I'm actually from I'm from New York originally, but I moved down here when I was 5, so
Wow.
you could say I was raised here. So I like it here though. It's way slower paced than New York though.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, I try to go back as much as I can. So let's get started here. The first no-cost benefit that has been arranged for you guys is a health service discount card. Now, let me ask you, how's your group insurance through work?
It's not too bad.
Okay. Well, this will still be used for you. As you know, group benefits can't cover everything.
Right.
So with this benefit, it gives you up to a 60% discount on vision care, prescription drugs, hearing aids, and chiropractic services.
Okay.
Now, this just helps fill in some gaps. It does not take the place of any current coverage that you have. Now, this brochure has all the enrollment information along with a toll-free number and website that you can contact, and they can answer any questions that you may have.
Okay.
I will leave this here for you to check out when I leave.
All right, great.
Now, Joe and Mary, this next part is an epidemic, and it deals with children. Now, I'm sure you guys know families with children, right?
All right.
And have you ever seen the Amber Alert notification or missing child report? Could you imagine what those parents are going through?
No, not at all.
Well, every 30 seconds in this country, a child is abducted. And 93% of the time, the children not found within the first 24 hours are never found.
Wow.
So this Child Safe Kit provided by American Income is one of the most comprehensive kits on the market, even more so than the ones that schools provide. Now, this gives the police everything that they need to help find a missing child. School administrators and police are asking me that we get this out to as many people as possible. Wouldn't you agree that if we got this to 1,000 families and it helped save even one small child, it'd still be worth it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we need your help. Let's get this out to anybody that you know with kids or grandkids.
Okay.
And I have 2 for you, your 2 children.
Great, thank you.
The next benefit, this is the accidental death and dismemberment letter benefit that your letter talked about. Now, for you, this is a living benefit that pays out $1,000 in the loss of 1 hand, 1 foot, or sight in 1 eye.
Okay.
And double that amount, $2,000 for the loss of any tooth. Now, Joe, this is a death benefit for you that pays out $2,000 if Mary was to die of an accident. Now, I know $2,000 doesn't seem like all the money in the world, and quite frankly, it's not. But if Mary was to die, her paycheck would die with her, and I'm sure that would put the family in a bunch, wouldn't it? So I'm sure you can see how this could definitely help out. Now, in the result, if both of you guys were to die in a common accident, I do need to get some emergency contacts for you guys. It would be wise if the contacts were local and over the age of 18. So, Mary, let's start with you. Who's your first?
We can put my sister.
Your sister. What's her name?
Tammy.
Tammy. Okay. Is Tammy married?
She is the James.
James. Okay. And the same last name?
Yes.
And her number?
513 371
371
6812.
6812. Okay, perfect. And your second?
We can use my other sister, Chrissy.
Chrissy. K or C?
C.
C. Gotcha. Is she married?
No.
Okay. And her number?
513 545
545
6282.
6282. Okay, perfect. Now, Joe, your emergency contacts? Okay, gotcha. Now, I'm sure you're familiar with how auto workers can get family and friends better deals on cars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's exactly how this works. Now, typically, if you're not a member, you're not eligible for access to these benefits. But after some time, the company has finally agreed to allow members to sponsor family and friends for a limited time during their enrollment period.
Okay.
That's at no cost to them and no cost to you. So most people will usually use the 10 allotted packages, but please make sure that they're local and over the age of 18. Now, don't prejudge anyone based on whether they have insurance right now, because this can definitely help out. Typically, the first two packages will go to your emergency contact since they are closest to you. So let's get them included in this.
Okay.
And you said you have a lot of family in the area, so do you have anyone else you would like?
Yeah, let's start with my aunts.
Okay.
They're blah, blah, blah.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So the next benefits are by far the most popular and most important with all the members. But unfortunately, you do have to qualify for them. So I need to ask you a few questions to see where you're at.
Okay.
Okay, first off, do you take any medication on a daily basis?
No.
Any hospitalizations in the last 5 years?
No.
How's your background? Have you ever been on probation or parole?
No.
Have you ever been charged or convicted with any crimes?
No.
How about any DUIs?
No.
Okay, so far so good. Now, Joe and Mary, as you know, you go through benefit changes through the years, and doesn't it seem like each year you're paying more and getting less and less?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's exactly why they have me out here. With input from the Labor Advisory Board, other groups, and members just like you, they came up with these lists of concerns for working families. Now, these concerns are by far the greatest concerns out there. The first concern deals with, now these concerns may or may not be an issue for you, but the most important no-cost benefit that has been arranged for you is the needs analysis survey. Now, this just helps me identify whether there are any gaps in your current coverage.
Okay.
If there is a recommendation, I'll go over the recommendation with you. If there isn't any, then I won't go over it with you. To determine this, I need to ask you some questions.
Okay.
Now, I have a mandatory read-off letter here for you, which basically explains the enrollment process. Now, Joe and Mary, instead of reading through this whole thing, just allow me to summarize some of the key areas. So what the letter is basically saying is, if as I'm going through these benefits with you, and you're nodding your head thinking to yourself, wow, these are some great benefits, I can see why my group approved this and why all the members are doing this, then go ahead and apply today while I'm out here. On the flip side, if as I'm going through these benefits with you, and you're nodding your head thinking to yourself, wow, these are some great benefits, but they just don't feel a need for me and my family right now, then I'm actually going to ask you not to apply today. Either way, yes or no, that decision has to be made today during your service period, in fairness to all the other members waiting to enroll. Now, the good thing about these benefits is that they're pretty much a no-brainer, so you'll know in the end one way or the other. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, well, whether you do or not, your group still wants your opinion on this officer report form, which is kind of like my report card. So it's important that you listen and ask any questions that you may have. Mary, do you promise to stop me if you have any questions?
I will.
Joe, you too. Now, the first major gap that the software found has to deal with the cost of your funeral and final expenses. Now, this is a concern that your family will have to deal with at some point. This video will help explain the need for this concern.
Okay.
Now, the software is recommending that you have $15,000 for this concern. Right now you have zero, so it's recommending $15,000. Now, the Freedom of Choice benefit has been set up for you to take care of this concern for your family. Now, don't take this certificate to the funeral home and tell the funeral director that it's worth $15,000, because if you do that, then guess how much your funeral is going to be?
$15,000.
Exactly. Instead, go in and negotiate your best deal, because the money that's left over will go to Joe to take care of other vital expenses.
Okay.
Now, they are using whole life insurance to take care of this concern, so that way it's there when your family needs it. So can you see why having your other expenses taken care of will make things much easier for your family during one of the worst times in their lives, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, the next major gap that the software found has to deal with your paycheck. If you had to go with without your paycheck for a few weeks, that'd be pretty tough, right?
Oh, yeah.
Say you lost your income forever.
That'd be even worse.
That's exactly why the software is recommending income protection. Now, Joe, this is funded by a 3-year plan that gives you 3 years worth of income to help you, figure out what you're gonna do with your job, your life, your other insurance money, and most importantly, spend time with the kids. Now, since this is funded by a 10-year protection plan, this plan has to be reviewed and renewed every 10 years based upon your new needs. Now, Mary, I'm sure you can see why it's important that your paycheck doesn't die when you do, right?
Right.
Now, the next major gap that the software found has to deal with your biggest bill, your mortgage, your rent. That's exactly why the software is recommending mortgage rent protection. The software is recommending that you have $100,000 in coverage, Mary, and right now you have $0, so it's recommending $100,000 more. Now, if you were to die during your working years, it would likely be due to an accident, so they're using accidental death benefit to fund this.
Okay.
Now, Joe, wouldn't it give you peace of mind to know that you wouldn't have to worry about making another house payment if Mary was to die? Now, this next benefit has to do with your children's future education. This next video is eye-opening. Now, the software is recommending that you have $100,000 and you currently have $0. So it's giving you $100,000 or $50,000 for each of your 2 children. Since you are young and healthy, if you were to die during your working years, it would likely be due to an accident. So this is also funded by an accidental death benefit. I'm sure you can see why it's important to make sure your kids' future education is taken care of, right?
Right.
Also included is a child rider that will give each of your children $10,000 worth of life insurance that they can convert once they turn 21 for 5 times that amount, or $50,000, with no health questions asked. So this is very important, and your kids will thank you for setting this up for them.
Nice.
Next is the copay and deductibles. So this next thing has to do with your income concerns whenever you get injured or in an accident. Now, it pays out. This benefit will pay out $150 if you were to go in for a bump, bruise, bee sting, basically any accident or injury.
Okay.
And if you're overnight in the hospital, it pays you $300 per day, or double that amount, $600 per day if you're in the ICU, intensive care. Now, if you or your family member were hospitalized for just 5 days, you would receive $1,500, $1,500 tax-free. Now, health insurance pays hospitals and doctors. This pays directly to you. Now, if you were to die as a result of that accident, an additional $30,000 to $150,000 would be, given to your family to take care of other, retirement accounts and stuff like that. Now, I'm sure you can see why it's important that you get paid when you get hurt, right?
Right.
Another feature that this program has is if you were diagnosed with a terminal illness such as cancer, you could access half of your freedom of choice and income protection while you're alive.
Okay.
This way, you will be able to take care of some bills to make sure that your family is in a good position financially after you pass away. Or what some people do is that they take the money and make the last moments with their loved ones the most memorable. The rest will pay out to your family upon your death. So that's something our members take advantage of too.
Great.
One more thing about these benefits are that they're unlike union benefits because these are yours. You keep these. They're portable and permanent and controlled by you. So even if you were to leave your job, leave the union, and retire, these benefits are yours for life until you decide you don't want them anymore. So also included with this is layoff and strike waivers. So if you were on a layoff for up to 3 months, your benefits would be paid for, and for a strike it's up to 12 months. And this way you don't lose your benefits when you need them the most.
Okay.
And you never have to pay that money back.
Great.
Okay, so you have 2 options. Job A is your current situation with your benefits, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have everything that you currently, already have. Job B, you have all your standard group benefits, and you're setting aside 1 hour of pay per week to get these extra benefits that are yours, controlled by you. Now, which job would you take for your family?
Job B, definitely.
Job B. Exactly. That's what all our members say.
Okay.
Now, unfortunately, it's not your wallet that qualifies you, it's your health. So I need to ask you some medical questions to see where you're at.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now, the mandatory, I have this mandatory Q&R checklist, which explains the enrollment process a little better. It basically gives you everything that you need to know about setting up your policy. Do that. Okay. This is a Q&R checklist, which is a mandatory checklist that we review with all our members. It explains the enrollment process. The first thing the checklist talks about is the way the benefits are handled. Now, Mary, can you go ahead and give the people that you sponsored a call and let them know that they will be receiving this benefit package?
Sure.
Now, if they're at work or not home, that's fine. Just leave a message. If they pick up, you can hand me the phone.
Okay.
Now, Joe and Mary, a lot of people take advantage of these benefits, just like you. But because of the value and because, you know, it's not a lot of money that you're spending on this. And it's important for your family. Now, it's rare, but members do cancel. It may be after a week, a month, or even a year. And then they see us, you know, 2-3 years down the line during their next service period, and they're no further along than they were, you know, before. So things have changed for them, obviously. You know, they've gotten older, you know, health has changed. So the benefits have either got too expensive for them or they don't qualify for them. So I just need you to know that this is not a short-term fix. It's a long-term solution. So the longer that you're in this program, you know, the more beneficial it's going to be to you, the more value it's going to hold. So if this $120 that you're spending on this policy is an issue for you, then let me know now so we can fix this.
Okay.
So is everything good?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, you know, it was a pleasure working with you. You know, I thank you for, you know, seeing the value in this program. And, you know, I'll see you a couple years down the road, and you'll be happy that you kept this going.
Great. Thank you.
Oh!
What happened?